More than a monetary loss, risk is the danger of the loss of your expectations. हर कदम पे खतरा, and it's something which is unavoidable. If that is so, what do you do? Risk and investment, they go hand in hand. But there is a good news. With risk comes with the potential of good returns on your investments, which is what makes this whole process worthwhile. So what do I mean with that? If you see this graph, it shows how risk and return is plotted. The more the risk, the potential of return is also more, and vice versa. In this video, we'll discuss 4 important aspects of the risk journey: the risk-return relationship, how we can eliminate risk, how we can manage risk, and about risk-free investments. Risk-free investments, wow, it's already amazing, isn't it? Just so you can refer to this video later on, please hit the like button and subscribe this channel right away so this video reaches a lot of people and everybody gets benefited from it.
Can't lose you again.
You've seen in the graph already that the risk-return relationship has a proportion. The more the risk, the more the returns, and vice versa. Now, it depends on a particular individual as to how much risk he or she can handle, how much money you can put in at risk, what kind of risk you're comfortable with. Well, don't infer from the graph that if you take high risk, you would get high returns. You may or may not get higher returns. The graph depicts the possibility. The possibility of getting higher returns increases with risk, but that is not a guarantee. And since it's not a guarantee, that's why it's a risk. So possibility is the right word. With more risk, the possibility of getting higher returns is more. And also the possibility of wiping up all your capital is also there. So the mindset is to park your capital to a point or take risk to a point where you don't start losing your capital. Number 2, eliminating risk. Now, with all the developments in this world that we have done so far, we have still not been able to discover certain things. Eliminating risk falls in this list. So it's pointless to even search for something that can eliminate risk altogether. So if there is nothing in this world that can eliminate risk, which makes it evident to accustom ourselves to start taking on smaller risk and then slowly increase the level of risk that you can handle. But then now you may ask, if we cannot eliminate risk, how about the fixed deposit? How about the government bonds? Haven't they eliminated risk altogether? Don't we have a 5 lakh guarantee on a fixed deposit from the RBI? Aren't the government bonds 100% safe? We will discuss this on risk-free investments. That's point number 4. Stick around. Stick around. Number 3, managing risk. So we have come to know that risk cannot be eliminated altogether. So the best possible alternative is to manage it properly. This involves a continuing process of identifying, analyzing, evaluating, and treating the loss exposures, monitor the control and the financial resources, working on all of these to effectively manage your losses. But that's a big task, isn't it? That's a big task to just mitigate the amount of loss. That's the bottom line. So how do you do it in your daily life? And here are the 4 steps. Identify, assess, control, and review. A boat ride to the other end of the lake can take you 10 minutes. But on a rainy day with gusty winds flowing, this ride can be dangerous. It's a huge lake that you have to cross. You might as well take the road. It can take up to 2 hours more, but you will be relatively safer. The same thing happens in the finance world too. If your journey looks too risky, it's better off that you take a different route in a different vehicle. There is also a second option. You can completely avoid that journey. If it's not absolutely necessary for you to cross it, don't do it. Do it sometimes later. So that's a real-time example. Take for example in the finance world, you might find cryptocurrency investments very risky. I personally feel crypto investments are very risky because they do not have any underlying asset. There isn't any physical security to back up a crypto investment, a crypto coin. Or maybe something that I do not understand properly. Well, that's the reason why I stay away from it. Yeah, I do have crypto investments, but I do not invest in them on a regular basis. And that's when I say, yeah, I do have crypto investments. You can have a small part of your money into an asset that gives you massive wealth generation. And at the same time, you will not be a beggar if you lose that money completely. That's the bet that you can take, even if you do not understand something. You may accept it because the cost of accepting it and getting the gains out of it, it's way more than the money that you have put into it. A better example would be people invest in stock markets. Why? We know, everybody knows that the market investments are risky, but we still invest in the market to ride on our capital gains. Capital gains that can offset the inflation, that can beat the inflation. If you're able to generate money which is beyond, over and above the inflation rate of the country, it's well and good. That is something which you should be choosing, at least for now. Because the rate at which the inflation is killing your money, you will not be able to survive in later years. And then diversifying. This actually negates the possibility of risk, possibility of taking huge risk in one particular instrument. And now the most important point is about the risk-free investments that you have been waiting for. Oh, brothers and sisters, wish I can give you some examples here, but I'm afraid, unfortunately, there isn't anything that we can call it as a risk-free investment. Now, the very evident question that you have in your mind, what about the government bonds? What about the 5 lakh guarantee that you have on a fixed deposit? Aren't they risk-free? They are completely risk-free, isn't it? Yeah, they are. They are almost safe, provided you have a stable government and you're in a country that produces enough goods and services to manage your expenses. Provided your country produces enough goods and services to run it sustainably, to generate a sustainable income. If the production of goods and services is not enough to generate a sustainable income, the country will not survive. The government will not be able to repay debts. And then what they'll do? They'll print money. They'll print money to pay all their debts. Yeah, you will get back your money. You'll get back your 5 lakhs on your fixed deposits. You'll get back the amount that you've put in a government bond. But then that money will be worth nothing. You may get back your money, but that money will be worth nothing. And on a larger scale, if the government does that to everybody, they have actually killed your currency. The inflation will go sky high. Things will become super expensive and unaffordable. The money that you will get back from these investments, from the government, will be worth nothing. Absolutely nothing. So nothing is safe. And you know what the most dangerous and the unsafe option is? Subscribe button that you see here. Danger. Go ahead, click on it right now. And if you want to see the other videos in this playlist, here they are. This will help you fix your finance basics. And if you have already sorted out your finance basics, this is the playlist that will tell you what to do next. Go ahead, click on them right now. As of this video, adios.